from the News Channel 5 Network, this is OpenLine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to OpenLine. Glad you are with us tonight. We have a nice topic. You know, nobody's going to be slapping each other on this. Nothing too much of a no downer, and I'm happy about that. We were talking about pets, and a new Williamson County animal shelter has opened. Obviously, in Williamson County, it's opened. Huge. What does that mean for Williamson County? But we can broaden this out a bit about just adoptions of pets during the pandemic, and as the pandemic eases, what are shelters seeing? And we'd love to hear your story. If you're interested about what's going on in Williamson County, obviously, great chance to call in, but wherever you are. And happy to have with us via Zoom, Scott Pieper. He is the Community Outreach Coordinator with the new Williamson County Animal Shelter. And are you there at the shelter right now?
I am, Ben. I'm in the lobby.
Excellent. Well, great. It's huge, isn't it? It's brand new and it's big.
It is both of those. Yes, sir. It is almost 3 times the size of the previous center. So we're at about 33,000 square feet here.
33,000 square feet. So how many dogs generally, how many cats? I mean, what are you talking about there?
We can hold up near 90 dogs at any given time and 150-ish cats. So that's a little bit larger capacity than we had at the previous location. But it's much more than just increase in numbers. It's increase in quality of care as well. Everything here is state-of-the-art. The kennels themselves are a little bit larger. Designed to give the animal the best experience that it can have while it's in our care and prepare it to find its forever home.
And how successful have you been there in Williamson County in finding a forever home for animals? How tough is that? And how has that been going?
Yeah, so we take in a little over 4,000 animals each year on average. And our live release rate is just around 97%. So what that means is that 90% of the animals that come into our care leave. If an animal comes in as a stray, our number one goal is actually to get it returned to its owner. So we are doing everything we can to get an animal back to its owner, checking for microchips. We do social media posts with pictures of the animals and try to get the word out there so we can get the lost cat or dog back to the owner, the pet owner. 97% of the animals that come to our center leave. They're either returned to the owner, they're eventually adopted out, or they leave our care. They might go be transferred to another rescue if there's special needs, for particular breeds that need special care or for medical reasons. They might go that route as well.
Boy, those are two things you didn't hear about that long ago. You would scan for a computer chip and you would use social media. So those are two powerful new things that really help you identify lost animals and get them back to their owners, right?
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, whenever we get a stray, that is our top priority to get them back. As technology advances, it gives us more tools to do those. So we have the microchips, we have the social media, there's even new products coming out that will do like image recognition type things. So it's expanding. We want to get the pets back.
I want to ask about adoptions during the pandemic. A lot of people, we were all at home nonstop, and a lot of people went and got a pet. Our family, for the first time, got a pet. We got a cat, and that it was great. And now people have had to return to work, and I know people that are concerned about having to leave their pet. But let me start with the first part of that. Did you see an increase in adoptions in the midst of the pandemic?
So I actually was not here during the shutdown for the pandemic. I've been here almost a year now, and we've been open to the public the full time that I've been here. So I can really only speak statistically. But statistically, we did not see an overwhelming increase in the number of adoptions during that time. It was kind of trending with the year before and the year after.
And does that, I would think you talk to other animal shelters, maybe in an animal shelter convention or whatever. I mean, is that kind of what you, is that what the experience was nationwide or not?
You know, we definitely hear stories from other animal centers locally, and have seen stories nationally, regionally and nationally, that is the case, that other places did experience an increase in the number of adoptions. So from what I understand, it is a real thing for some. It just wasn't the experience that we had here. Again, statistically, since I wasn't here to actually go through it. Statistically,
so not an increase. So now, the flip side of that is, as people return to work, are you seeing a drop-off in adoptions, or people having to actually return pets?
Now, again, our numbers are trending. The number of intakes and adoptions in 2021 was kind of trending from the previous years the way that you would expect. So we're not experiencing that necessarily ourselves, but again, you know, we know that it is a very real thing for others.
So you do hear about that happening in other areas, not happening in Williamson County, but you've heard about that happening in other areas?
Right. Absolutely. I don't know that I could give you a specific example of anyone, but it is. We do know that it's others' experience.
Now, you said that's a state-of-the-art facility. What does that mean? What does it mean to have a state-of-the-art animal shelter?
Oh, goodness. Well, the idea for the expansion, you know, it was really probably about 8 years in the making. We are extremely fortunate to have the support from the leaders in our community members in general. So it started 8 years ago or so with an idea from Mary Anderson here in Williamson County and the community leaders wanting to provide the best experience in animal welfare, to be a leader in the country. So that whole process started with an idea, led to a task force, led to the incorporation of working with national agencies that this is what they do, is study best practices and how to design an animal center to, you know, provide the best care for animals while they're here, to reduce the length of stay. All these ideas came together over this period of time, and it led to really like no stone being unturned here. I mean, everything to the ventilation system that we have. Each area has its own ventilation system to help reduce the spread of disease. And you know, the ceiling tiles are made in such a way that, you know, they don't absorb moisture and you know, get the issues that you could have with that sort of thing. The soundproofing, a cat and dog theoretically will never see each other here. They're separated with fencing between each other, with plenty of space, and then fencing between the outside views. So it just goes on and on and on. Everything was thought of.
I love it. All right, let's take a call or two here. Let's go to Roger. Hello, Roger.
Yeah, it's kind of a good story and a bad story. I adopted this monkey one time. Well, and believe it or not, taught him how to drive. We got
so you adopted a monkey and you taught him how to drive. I don't believe you, Roger. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Roger.
Hey, we was drinking one night, and that gun put him behind the wheel. I had a fifth, and he had 2 beers. And he run us into the tree. And guess who got the dadgum DUI?
I hope you did, Roger. Well, all right. There we go. There's Roger. I want to go back to the state-of-the-art facility. So you're talking about the dogs, cats, they won't see each other, right?
Dogs and cats won't see each other. Won't see any driving monkeys here either.
Are there, so Roger's talking about monkeys, whatever. I mean, are there, so you have dogs, cats, that's the common pet. Are there, what are some of the less common pets?
Right. So we are an open intake facility, which means if an animal comes to us from Williamson County, we will bring it in. So in my own experience, probably the most exotic animal I've seen is we had a bearded dragon. We've had some donkeys in our care for a period of time, pigs. We're not too many animals other than cats and dogs right now. I think we have a set of guinea pigs, but it's pretty common for us to have what we call the small furries, guinea pigs, hamsters. We've had a season with a lot of rabbits this year.
Really? A lot of rabbits. What is a bearded dragon? What's that?
A lizard. And truthfully, that's about the best description that I'm going to be able to give to you. It's a lizard.
What about snakes? Do you get many of those?
Snake? Oh, yeah. We do have a house snake now, too. She is living in our community education room, a young ball python. Wow.
All right, well, we're going to go to break, but then we're going to come back. We're going to start talking about some of the actual programs you do, a Book Buddies program and some other stuff. It's great stuff, so we'll take a break. Be back right after this.